So for those of you who aren't familiar with what's going on right now, I am recording the show for anarchistnews.org. It's going to be coming up on Sunday. I'm on the phone right now because this is how it is that I'm recording on my laptop. And it's kind of a special episode because it's going to be one of the first ones where I make the introduction and announcement that I'm going to be making here momentarily. The recording that I have going on right now that's streaming the live video is a phone from before 2010, so it's going to be laggy as shit. There is going to be the podcast that's going to be getting launched on Sunday. There's also going to be a separate video recorded from a separate device that's going to be available on Sunday as well. So, with that said, I am going to have a sip. Cheers to y'all, and I'm going to get right into it. I gotta think about what I'm going to say. Welcome to Redacted, the only show that takes the feedback of our listeners into consideration. This is SUDS, and this week it is only going to be myself, as after 6 months of doing recording for this podcast, we have decided to take a special kind of pivot and change our direction. We're not going to be ending the show. What it is that we are going to be doing is exploring a new route. One of the things that seems to have been working for us has been taking the questions that people from the IRC, that people from the other social media platforms that we have been using into consideration. And so what we would like to begin doing is essentially wrapping the entire program around this concept of people being able to ask questions and having anarchists from multiple backgrounds, multiple perspectives answer them. So, the way that we're going to be doing this is, rather than using the redacted name, what we're going to be including is a brand new identity, which is going to be both a username on places like Twitter and YouTube, later on some other social media platforms, but we're just going to be starting with those two to start with. Essentially, it's going to be hashtag Ask Anarchists or the username Ask Anarchists. If someone were to use this username, or if they were to tag this user on one of these social media accounts with a particular question that they were wondering about for the case of gaining perspective from anarchists around at least North America, as we currently have the largest population for this show, we will look through all of those questions and try to choose either one to do an entire episode around, or multiple questions that we will be doing during the same episode, and then explore them as we move forward. So this week is going to be a very short episode, as this is essentially the announcement that what we're going to be doing is moving forward with this new sort of model. And all I can really do is say that I hope that folks are interested in joining the conversation. We have already had 2 weeks of people who have been asking questions and having them answered on the segment. And what we would like to do moving forward is explore this with volition. So we look forward to hearing from you. And this is SUDS for this week, signing out. Thanks so much. It's kind of fun doing this on a landline because, that's that, but as far as this video goes, it continues. I'd love to think about more I can be doing with Facebook Live and other sorts of platforms as we move forward with this because, having a half an hour on the A News podcast is pretty long for the podcast. I mean, most of these programs last only a half an hour. The fact that ours is now up to an hour, if you actually include the Redacted segment, it's significant. So, in any case, this is going to be the end of this second live video. I guess I'm on kind of a roll, and I'm hoping that this will be a normal thing as we are recording these moving forward. So, cheers, and I'll see y'all next time.